Here are 9 reasons why Lamelo Ball will end up as the NBA's GOAT. The first reason is that Lamelo Ball grew up in Los Angeles. Not only is there top-level training in LA, but some of the best players of all time grew up there, such as LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Klay Thompson, and so much more. If I were here to name all the All-Stars from LA, this video would be the length of a documentary. My second reason is that Lamelo Ball played overseas in Australia before he played in the NBA. This means Lamelo Ball played pro basketball. So before he got drafted to the Hornets, he already had experience with professional 30-year-olds that play basketball for a living. And that's a really good way to get prepared for the NBA. It makes him tougher and less weak against grown-ups. It also allows him to shoot over opponents better and get past much stronger and better defense at such a young age. Teams would absolutely love that. The third reason is his play style. Lamelo Ball has a style of play that the NBA is transitioning into and favors a lot. An oversized point guard that is good at passing and can make a deep three whenever. But that player is also kind of inefficient, but he makes up for that with his playmaking, rebounding, and flashy plays. That is the perfect description for Lamelo Ball. Oversized point guard, check. Good at passing, definitely check. Can make a deep three, definitely. Inefficient, totally. Rebounding, playmaking, flashy plays, check, check, and check. Literally the perfect description. But do you know who else has that style of play? That's right, Luka Doncic, the best young player in the entire NBA. And Lamelo Ball is super popular and marketable, just like Luka Doncic. So the NBA would absolutely love Lamelo Ball. The fourth reason is Lamelo Ball's work ethic. His work ethic is absolutely incredible. As I said before, he played pro basketball in Australia as an 18-year-old. So he had professional grown men drills placed down on him as a kid. Even before Australia, let's say Lithuania. He played in Lithuania as a 16-year-old. He played pro basketball as a 16-year-old. So he started playing pro basketball at a young age. And before that, LeVar Ball made Lamelo and his brothers Lonzo and LiAngelo shoot hundreds of shots a day. I mean, they were working hard. They were doing pull-ups, push-ups, and so much more. Even on Christmas Day, when everyone was resting and taking a break, the Ball family worked. They worked until they were so tired. They did this to get ahead of people. They did this to become better than everyone. And it also helps that Lamelo's father is a competitive psychopath. So you know he is going to get Lamelo to the limit. The fifth reason is that Lamelo Ball absolutely stuffs his stat sheet every single game. In just 24 minutes per game, he's averaging 11.1 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. Not to mention his amazing defensive numbers. Even if Lamelo Ball has an off night shooting, he is still going to give you incredible numbers. Like on January 8th, 2021, he got 12, 10, and 9, nearly getting a triple-double. But that game, he shot 4 for 11 from the field and just 1 for 5 from 3. And you know two superstars that have that same thing in common? If they have an off night, they could still put up absurd stats. James Harden and Russell Westbrook. That's right. They can shoot 4 for 15 from the field, but still manage to give you a triple-double. And for the sixth reason, I have a lot of evidence to prove why Lamelo Ball's ceiling is incredibly high. He is 6'8". This means he could play multiple positions. He can play point guard because of his playmaking, flashy plays, and ball handling. He can play shooting guard. The reason why he can play shooting guard is he already does play shooting guard. And small forward. Because he is 6'8". and he has every single capability to play the three. It's the same reason for Luka Doncic. And not to mention Lamelo Ball is getting a lot of steals at 1.5 per game. So if Lamelo Ball can get better at jumping, since he's already 6'8", he could block shots really well. Now imagine a 6'8" point guard averaging 25 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, but 2 steals and 1 block. Now that is something you don't see. And for the 7th reason, obviously LaMelo Ball is insanely young. He is only 19 years old. If he is successful, he has literally another 2 decades to make his case for the GOAT. To me, that sounds like plenty of time. And I don't have to go over how in that time he can improve, because that's obvious. LaMelo Ball is set up for success because right now he is on a young Hornets team. And Gordon Hayward is likely not going to be on this Hornets team for much longer, so Melo is the future for this team. Every trainer is going to be focusing on him, and you know how hard the Ball family works. So he is going to outwork everyone until he is literally perfect. By that, I mean the greatest player of all time. Unlike a lot of young popular rookies, LaMelo Ball is not injury prone, which means he doesn't get injured often. Some of the best players in the NBA only play about half of the NBA games, but LaMelo Ball does not get injured often. And I feel like this is a really underrated part of his game. Since the best players are always getting injured or out due to quote-unquote rest, their teams are not playing at their full potential and losing games because they're not on the court. But if a healthy, prime LaMelo Ball is playing every single game, and let's say hypothetically he's playing at an MVP level, then his team is going to get a lot of wins because he is always going to be on the court. And the 9th, aka the final reason of this video, is that LaMelo Ball doesn't do anything controversial off the court. What I mean by this is, for example, Bronny James is smocking Wed, really trying to dance past the YouTube guidelines. LaMelo Ball does not get into any trouble like a lot of teenagers do. For example, LiAngelo Ball stealing stuff in China. That really damaged his reputation, but LaMelo Ball hasn't done anything like that. LaMelo is a humble, hardworking kid, which the NBA loves. He just puts the work in, he doesn't complain, and he does his role. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. We are at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Run, and that's my take. Peace.